is confusing. I wanted a small university where I could live on campus and enjoy the city. When I visited Spalding, I knew it was right for me. They helped me figure it all out, even helped me with financial aid and scholarships. Now I'm here, living on campus, have a great group of friends, professors who care, and I'm part of a community that wants me to succeed. I know Spalding is right for me. Check us out. We might be right for you, too.
Daughters need strong fathers. It's a simple truth, but over the past 20 years, our culture has degraded fathers. This is Dr. Meg Meeker. My new book, Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters Devotional, shows fathers how to really connect with their daughters and help them grow up to be smarter, stronger, and more successful.
Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters Devotional, 52 devotions every father needs, by Dr. Meg Meeker, is available now on Amazon and at bookstores everywhere.
You're listening to Just Ask Joyce on WFIA, The Spirit.
Thank you so much for joining us today. As I promised, Morgan Aldrich is going to tell just, some of her memories from camp. And I think that's important, parents, because, that's the shaping of your child. So, Morgan, tell us, a little bit, just take us down memory lane a little bit.
Okay. So I remember one time we were doing a camp and we were doing it was called The Classics Alive. So basically we were walking through a couple of classic plays and just doing a couple scenes here and there. And so it was really fun during the week because we learned how to do British accents and we learned how to stage fight, which was really fun. I use that to this day.
Very jealous.
It was a lot of fun. And then, of course, we get to the performance. And, you only have a week to put on a performance. So it's the whole week. It's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. And then you come to the performance. It's like, okay, here's the final time to show what we've done throughout the week. And so I remember one time we were doing the opening, the very first part on the stage, and one of the students had to come out and give this monologue to kind of set up the rest of the play. And so he was going, and then I could tell he was kind of sort of forgetting his lines, and so he just said something or something like that. I don't actually remember my lines. And then his eyes got huge, and he looked at all of us and was like, I did not mean to say that out loud. And we just all shook it off and kept going. And, you get little bumps in the road like that, but at the same time,
it makes it real.
It does. And then at the end, of course, he redeemed himself. He really did, because he had this one scene. The whole week he was struggling, but during the performance, it literally gave me chills, just the passion he put into it. It was absolutely amazing.
So I got chill bumps.
It was absolutely amazing. So at the end, it's once you're done, you just have this sense of accomplishment, and you have so much more confidence at the end, knowing that you were able to do something that no one would imagine you'd be able to do in a week's time.
And not even yourself.
Right. And you do it in a week's time, and that's then amazing. By the end, you just know that you've grown as a person, you've grown in your friendships, you've grown in your skills, and it's just wonderful. I love the drama camps. I'm so excited I get to be a part of them again.
That's so neat. All right, so let's just revisit Sayers Classical Academy. And Wes, tell us about, because you were talking about homeschoolers and you injected something that I was not aware of.
Yes. Well, primarily we exist to assist the homeschooling family. There are families who are intimidated by the process of homeschooling. There are those who have always wanted to but felt that they weren't adequately equipped.
Right.
Well, that's why we exist. So we offer a 2-day or a 3-day program where your child can come either 2 days a week and then work at home for 3 days, or come and be on campus for 3 days a week and work at home for 2 days. It is academically rigorous.
Now, guys, did I promise you that I was going to give you some alternatives after the announcement of President Obama's mandate the other day? I promised you I was going to come and give you some alternatives. So here you are.
And this is precisely that.
Right. This is exactly why you guys reach out to a community like this. And, so they don't have to share a transgender or a restroom with a transgender or a shower room with a transgender. And that's no reflection on a transgender person. It is just a reflection on the safety and security of our children. And we're kind of all still up in arms about that. And so here is a resource for you that is a doable alternative. And again, these summer camps for your kids, if you want to get a taste of what Sayers is all about, if you're considering maybe homeschooling, doing something an alternative, it is an wonderful opportunity for you to just see what they're all about and see if your kids are broken out about them. I guarantee you, if you listen to Morgan much, she's quite broken out about you so much that she's coming back to help with camps. So you just, that's. I think that is a testimony in and of itself.
It really is.
That that your people come back, and then the Bundys to move away and still come back.
Still come back.
That just blew me away when you were saying that. I had no idea, but lots of availability. Or opportunities for you, and the availability may not be there if you wait much longer. True. And that's what I want to impress upon you. That I know that we are so busy with the end of school year activities and work and just family life, but there are some things we can't put off, and I would encourage you to go ahead and call Sayers today, 502-231-4655. That's 231-4655. Check it out. Put your kid in one of these camps. Make their summer come to life. And, do it today, or go to SayersClassicalAcademy.org. All right? The .org should tell you a lot. It does to me. It does to me. Thank you, guys. Morgan, Ruth Ann, and Wes.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it and love what you're doing for our kiddos. God bless you, and we wish you well. Guys, I'll be back at 4 o'clock right here for Q&A time for you. And in the meantime, I'm in battle for his cause.
The Spirit, 94.7 WFIA FM New Albany, Louisville, is a service of Salem Media Group. Online at WFIAFM.com.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The Supreme Court has kicked a challenge to Obamacare's birth control mandate back to a lower court. Mark Rienzi with the Beckett Fund for Religious Liberty. Beckett represents the Little Sisters of the Poor, one of the groups challenging the mandate.
This decision is a win for religious liberty. It is also confirmation of what we've been saying all along, which is the government simply does not need religious institutions and their health plans to give out contraceptives.
But the White House views the Supreme Court's action in a different light.
It will allow millions of women across the country to continue to get the health care coverage that they need.
White House spokesman Josh Earnest, groups challenging the birth control mandate, argue that it violates their closely held religious beliefs. House Republicans taking the wraps off a $622 million measure to fight the Zika virus. They're offering the president about a third of the money he asked for several months ago. The measure is scheduled for a vote later in the week. The Senate, meanwhile, scheduled to vote on several competing Zika proposals tomorrow. The Supreme Court has let stand a lower court ruling that Michigan police disregarded the rights of Christian activists who were ordered to leave an Arab American festival.
A federal appeals court ruled police violated the rights of members of the Bible Believers group. Evangelists from the group showed up at a festival in 2012 carrying signs with anti-Muslim messages. Sheriff's deputies told them to leave or be ticketed after they were pelted with rocks. The high court let stand without comment the lower court ruling that their free speech rights had been violated.
Correspondent Wally Hines. On Wall Street today, stocks rallied this first trading day of the week. At the close, the Dow up 175 points, the Nasdaq ending the day 58 points higher, and the S&P closes up 20 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
WFIA, The Spirit.
It's the 4 o'clock edition of Just Ask Joyce. It's a Q&A day for you. We're going to talk about what it is that's bothering you. And I know that something is. Someone always has a family issue, a relationship problem, something that is gnawing at their gut, something that should have been taken care of, but here we are, months later, maybe years later, and it still is unresolved. So let's just resolve today. Can we do that? Resolve to resolve something that should have already been taken care of, and you can get your solution for life right here on Just Ask Joyce today. We're going to open the phone lines at 571-2428, 571-CHAT. If you're too shy to call in, why don't you shoot me an email at justaskjoyce.com, justaskjoyce.com, and or text me if you know that number. It's on my website, too. You can find it there, Just Ask Joyce. Now, stay tuned for the show.
We all know that Kentucky Kingdom has thrilling rides, like Storm Chaser, the park's 5th roller coaster. But what's equally thrilling is the price of a season pass, only $59.95. Just $10 more than a one-day ticket. And that's before benefits like free parking, $1 drinks, and other discounts. Buy online at KentuckyKingdom.com or your local Kroger store. But hurry, offer ends soon. And remember, a season pass pays for itself in just one visit. Enjoy the rest of the summer free.
Do you have a family member who's getting older and can no longer be safely left alone? With Visiting Angels America's Choice in Senior Home Care, your parents and older family members can continue living at home and not have to move into a nursing home. Experienced, compassionate caregivers provide assistance in hygiene, meal preparation, and light housework up to 24 hours per day at affordable rates. To restore your family's peace of mind, call Visiting Angels toll-free today at 877-374-LIVE or at visitingangels.com.
Hi, I'm Roger Berkman of U of L's 1980 National Championship team. Shortly after I graduated, a group of U of L students and alumni created their very own credit union, the University of Louisville Student and Alumni Credit Union. Today, that credit union is Class Act. Not just anybody can become a member, but you can if you or a family member has ever attended U of L. You see, I'm not only a member of U of L's first national championship team, I'm also a member of Class Act. Class Act. It's like straight A's for your money. Member NCUA.
It's like the rebirth the world feels during spring, the new life when there was none, and the hope of real growth and wonder, like the kind of wonder of joining Alistair Begg on a magnificent Mediterranean journey.
Have you ever wondered what it would have been like to travel the dynamic missionary journeys of the Apostle Paul, to see for yourself the sights of the early Christian church? This is Alistair Begg, inviting you to join me this fall on the footsteps of the Apostles' Mediterranean cruise. Together, we'll encounter the sights of the early church like never before, with wonderful stops in Rome, Naples, Jerusalem, Athens, and more.
It's an unforgettable 15 days on 2 continents, sailing on one of the newest cruise ships, the beautiful Silhouette.
And we'll experience the magnificent Sistine Chapel, the historic Western Wall in Jerusalem, the beautiful Greek island of Santorini, and much more in luxurious accommodations over the pristine waters of the Mediterranean.
Get more information at WFIAFM.com and click on the Footsteps